This week's restaurant report card comes to us from the Beaumont Health Department. This time, inspectors had to shut down 2 places, including a well-known restaurant on Interstate 10. We've got the highs and lows in this edition of the restaurant report card.
We begin with Joe's Crab Shack on I-10 South. Inspector Lee had to shut down the restaurant Wednesday because there was no hot water in the building, which means employees weren't properly washing hands or dishes or utensils. In fact, Inspector Lee found dirty and chipped dishes in the clean dish area, which was being used for customer orders. The inspector also found rodent gnawed packages of flour, corn, and sugar. She discovered gnawed insulation, which indicates mice are nesting inside the walls and ceiling areas of the restaurant. Inspector Lee found rodent droppings everywhere and ordered pest control every day until the infestation is eliminated. The restaurant was able to reopen Wednesday after restoring hot water, and the inspector will conduct a follow-up inspection on the pest control Tuesday. Joe's Crab Shack in Beaumont scored a failing grade of 62. Now to Sip and Dip DaiQuiri Shack on College. Inspector Lee had to shut down the shack on Wednesday because there was no hot water for hand washing or ware washing. The restrooms and toilets were not clean and had a foul odor. The customers were having to go through the kitchen to get to the restroom. The sink had grit and mold inside. There was no detergent in the building. The Sip and Dip has since reopened and hot water is restored, but the score remains 83. Next is Kotoyama on Dowlen. Inspector Scott found the tea maker and rice pot hooked up and being used on the floor. The sushi chef had no chlorine in his towels to kill germs, no thermometers in 3 refrigerators to ensure safe food temperatures, and thick mold in the soda nozzles. Kotoyama on Dowlen gets an 84. Inspector Scott found Lysol stored next to food at Chaba Thai Cuisine on East Lucas. It was also stored above the food preparation sink, and there was no sanitizer to kill germs when wiping down the restaurant. Chaba Thai Cuisine on East Lucas gets an 85. And finally, we check out Casa Ole on the Eastex Freeway. Inspector Scott found a refrigerator not keeping food at the proper temperature. A repair was required within 24 hours. The person washing dishes was handling both dirty and clean dishes without washing hands. Casa Ole on the Eastex gets an 85.
Wow, we need a break after all that. HARTZ Chicken on 11th Street and 94, Dunkin Donuts on 11th and 94, and 87 for KARL'S JR. On the Eastex Freeway. SCHLOTSZKY'S on Dowlen gets an 86. Other scores include our perfect ones. These all received 100s. China Hut on College, CHUCK'S Sandwich Shop on Pearl, Wings to Go on Dowlen, Marble Slab in Parkdale Mall, Wendy'S on 11th Street, Cha-Cha Tea House at the mall, and Chi-Town Dogs at the mall. We'll put all this and more on the website, KFTM.com, a little bit later.
Well, it's good to know that some of them, yeah, exactly, was some good news here. I was getting rather worried
there. Some lower scores this time, it seemed like, yeah.